Hello everyone, my name is Ariel, and this show is called Geek Culture Incorporated. I know, silly name, but I had to come up with something, and what else was I going to go with? Anyway, the gist of the series is to explore aspects of various geek culture and subculture. Now, some things to explain right off. There's a lot to a culture or a subculture, like what is the difference between those two words? The two are basically the same, with the major distinction being that a subculture exists within another culture. This is not to be confused with a counterculture, which counters the mainstream culture. Subculture, on the other hand, is different from the mainstream, though it is not in reaction to it. And for the last bit of boring definition time, the main things that define cultures include, and this is a long list, language or dialect, clothing choices, hobbies, media, music, literature, interaction with mainstream society, social norms, behaviors and attitudes, media representation, and sometimes food. Other things may come up. For instance, the internet is very important to the development of many geek cultures. On that note, I cannot cover all of these topics in a single episode. So, for instance, I will usually cover just the language and dialect of one culture or subculture in one episode. Otherwise, there would be too much information in a single episode, and I would barely cover anything, unless I plan to talk about it for hours. Ain't nobody got time for that. Unless you're really dedicated, in which case, thank you for caring enough to listen to me for that long. I won't make you, though. Don't worry. Back to the topic at hand. Here's an idea of what you're in for. I'll definitely be covering the anime and manga subculture in the States, video games, various internet-specific subcultures, and phenomenon. I won't lie, there will be plenty of episodes where I will just be discussing topics that may not relate to anything specifically talking about cultural aspects of each topic. For instance, I would like to talk about creepypastas and their influence on the internet, and vice versa. Related, but not exactly one of the requirements of a culture, is the Slenderman. I'll probably talk about topics that are a part of this culture, influence it, and are expressions of the culture, rather than describing just one aspect of it. I will have various guests here to help me out. I want to be able to branch out into topics I may not have a lot of knowledge of, so I'll be needing help. So look forward to voices that aren't mine. Last but not least, a little bit about myself. I'm involved in the anime and manga subculture, and I've actually interviewed people and written a paper on it for a class. It was an undergrad class, but I've also done a few panels about it. I want to do more panels on it later, but that's for the future. I'm a psychology major and a minor in criminal justice and sociology. Again, I'm no expert, so I'll make mistakes. Feel free to let me know if I've made mistakes or I've missed anything. Try to keep it relatively nice because, again, I'll be trying to talk about things I may not have a lot of personal knowledge. On that note, though, I'd like to learn about these things. I'll be expressing a lot of opinions, but I hope to get to hear everyone else's opinions. I really enjoy, discussion and debate, so feel free to, just talk about this kind of stuff. It'll be great. We'll all learn stuff, and everybody will have fun. So, enjoy it. So, it's been exciting, probably tired of my voice, so I'll see you next time. Bye.